Well, I think the more the merrier, right? I mean, it's like a kid at Christmas. The more presents you got, the better, right? But no, I mean, it is what it is, and we needed every bit of depth that we could have last year, and hopefully that doesn't repeat itself. But it's always good to have depth, and competition makes everybody rise. So I think it's a good situation to be in.
Do you find yourself looking at guys and going, this guy might be good for this type of situation or this type?
Yeah, I think that everyone has different skill sets and traits that they're better at than maybe some others, and that's our job as coaches to put them in the best situation to help our football team.
What has the last 6 months to 9 months been like for Travion in terms of working through some injuries, coming back from that? Obviously, when COVID this spring, what has he been like when we haven't been around?
No, his demeanor's been fantastic. I mean, you'd have to talk to him, but I'm sure it was challenging. Like any competitive guy would be challenging when you can't perform at the level that you like to. But he's handled it like a pro and like a man, and his demeanor has been nothing short of great. So I'm excited to get him back running healthy.
Do you have a timetable for Evan in terms of when he's going to be 100% able to?
Yeah, you'd have to talk to the doctors on that one. So I just kind of go by what they tell us to do. But he should be back ready to go.
I feel like obviously when you had JK and Mike, two experienced guys, kind of share that load. Do you feel like Travion and Mike are kind of similar in that dynamic?
Well, I mean, we got a bunch of guys that got experience now. I mean, you got Chip that's played some, you got Dallin, and so you have a multitude of guys that have experience. So just what I said back in the day, it was just Mike and JK, but now we've got even more guys that have played.
How much does that maybe help in terms of just what you can do even in practice of having that many guys?
No, it obviously gives you a full array of your playbook. Like I said earlier, competition breeds success and lifts everybody up and makes everybody work that much harder and be that much better. So, yeah, it's a good situation to be in. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see how that all works out once we start game planning to see how it works out.
Is the H-back coming back?
What?
Is the H-back coming back?
We've always had an H-back.
Yeah, but like more carrying the ball.
Oh, I don't. Like I said, we'll see. We'll see. We haven't started that process yet as far as where we're putting in all the pieces, and so that'll play itself out.
Did you guys? Obviously, you liked what you got from Xavier last year. Is there a part of you is like we need to do more of that this year?
Like I said, we'll see where we go, and we've got a lot of players that are good football players and got a skilled players that have an ability to make plays with the ball in their hands. They've all shown that. So how we implement all that moving forward, we'll see.
How fun is that for you, though?
Oh, it's great. I mean, it's great. I mean, the more players you have, the better, right? That's why you recruit. Great.
He seems to be kind of a guy we didn't talk about.
Yeah, he's been out. So obviously when someone's out, it's kind of like out of sight, out of mind for some people, not for me in this building. But his demeanor's been fantastic. From all indicators, he's done everything he's supposed to do to get himself back and back in order to play, and I'm so excited about where he's going.
Mentally, a lot of the especially given some of the things we've heard about him last camp, how is he how have you helped him, how have other guys helped him?
Well, I think that's part of being a coach, right, and part of being a parent, and you have to know your players and you have to know your kids and what buttons to push, and kind of when you got to push them along or when you got to hug them up or when you have to encourage them, when you have to scold them, all those different things that come about. And Evan's a very prideful young guy. He's highly motivated and a confident person in his own skill set. And so there were some rough days for him, as there would be for anybody. And but that's where we talk about the brotherhood. That's where we talk about the family atmosphere that we've all got to lift one another up. And it's not just player to coach. A lot of times the players got to lift the coaches, and vice versa. So that's being part of a team and part of a family. And I think Evan's in a good place right now.
Do you see him involved with maybe the kick return?
Hope so. Yeah, we'll obviously get some shots at that, and that was something that he was going to do before the injury happened and was sustained. So yeah, we'll hopefully be able to get him back into that fold as well.
How do you guys get better in the summer? What are they doing? Other than working with
Well, I like everybody else, you work at your skill set, you work at your trade, and they spend countless hours with Coach Mick and his staff, and they spend countless hours, taking care of their bodies and watching film and doing all kinds of things as far as throwing the ball and timing and things. So there's all kinds of things they're doing to get better every day.
How important is that work with Coach Mick? I feel like a lot of people, when they watch Ohio State on Saturdays, they see the product of the drills and learning the playbook and all of that, but not always the work that goes on in the weight room with the strength and conditioning like that. How important is that to their
Oh, it's critically important. I mean, you cannot have success in this game if you don't spend time conditioning your body, and not just your body but your mind as well. And so the work that they put in with Coach Mick is goes without saying.
What does your partnership look like with Coach Mick? Does he ever let you in on what he's?
Oh, he tells, we're up to speed with what he's doing, but he's an expert in that field, and so he says, here's what we're doing. So we will tailor some of the things that we do as far as the physicality of it in regards to what he's doing, so we don't burn a kid out or things like that. But Mick's the expert at what he does. But we are in full communication about what's going on wholesale.
I don't know if you guys do single rep maxes as part of a workout here, but do you have any benchmarks of where you want a guy coming in?
That's Coach Mick's deal. And listen, when he tells me they're ready to go play, then they're ready to go play.
I know this is probably the deepest running back room we've ever had. But there has to be some kind of challenge that I know everybody's trying to do what they can to get on the field, no matter what they say. What are the challenges associated as a coach?
Challenges for me?
Yeah. And I know ultimately you're going to do what's best for the team.
Absolutely going to do what's best for the team. And but at the same time, we got to try to do what's best for the player too. And the challenge is just to get better every day for everybody. And when we talk about reps matter, don't be mistaken. A rep just doesn't mean that because you carried the ball. A rep might mean sitting in the meeting room when we ask a question and you're up. Did you answer the question correctly? Do you know what's going on? As far as the mental part of the game, and then when your number's called, you make a play. So those are all reps in practice, in the meeting room, in the games, and so it is challenging, but it's a challenge for all the players too. So it's not everyone looks at that you're being challenged. That's a hard thing. That's a good thing. That's a good situation.
I know you would never wish to go through what you did last year in terms of the running back position, but I guess how beneficial was that from a testing standpoint to be able to show people, hey, working because that opportunity is going to come?
Well, I think it speaks to when you're recruiting young people, when you're talking to the players that your number, you could be up at any time. That's if you asked Dallin Hayden when he came in here in June, he probably didn't think he was going to play very much, with the guys who were ahead of him. And lo and behold, there he is, in critical situations playing in the game. So, but it's just a testament to show that you have to be prepared at all times and get yourself ready to play and compete every single day.
Do you sense anything different given last year probably isn't the way I would want it?
Yeah, I think they're motivated to I know they're motivated to get back to what they know they can be when they're healthy and what we know they can be when they're healthy. And, they took a lot of shots publicly and things like that yeah, they're ready to go. We'll just say that.
You seem annoyed by the shots they were taking.
I'm annoyed about a lot of things.
I mean, you recruited Tracy, you built a relationship with him in high school, but when a kid goes through stuff like that, both publicly and stuff that's not public, you see the way he acted throughout the spring, how engaged he was. Is there anything you've learned about Trey over these last 12 months that maybe you didn't know about in high school, or that you maybe thought was there, but don't really know?
That he's a lot stronger mentally than most young people are. If I had to pick one, that he's got a lot more mental fortitude and strength than a lot of young people that I know.
Going back to those shots, a lot of people say they don't listen to that stuff, but they do, especially college kids.
Human nature, human element.
How much does that get talked about? How much is that fuel this offseason?
We've discussed it, but it is what it is. I mean, it's not. Listen, he's not taking any more shots than anybody else. Let's not make it bigger than what it is. But listen, he'll be ready to play when it's time to go.
Given the depth that we talked about, starting at the quarterback and have three new offensive
you hope so. You hope so because there are experienced guys, right? And so hopefully you can lean on some of your experienced guys as the younger guys kind of mature and maturate through the process. But again, we have some highly skilled players, and we have guys that are very diligent about their work, but they're team guys. So, and I bet you if you were to take a straw poll and poll anybody in that locker room, that they'd all tell you, hey, whatever we need to do individually, collectively, to help this football team be successful, that's what everyone's going to do.
I'm sorry if you were going to ask this, but where's Eben at? Mentally, physically, I guess it's
good.
A long journey here.
Yeah, it has been a journey for him. It has been, but he's done well, and like I said earlier, his demeanor's been great. So I'm excited about that for him and where he's at and the way he's coming back. So hopefully those things will work out.
I know, again, as a coach, you're going to do what's best for the team, but as a person, do you feel almost obligated at all for a guy like that who's been through that journey to find a way to get him on the field?
Oh no, we're obligated to play the best players to help us win games. That's the obligation.
Thanks, Tony. I appreciate it.
Yep. Anything else? Jerry, we good? Ready, break.